Right. Listen. This is important. Wrap your listening tackle round it. Yeah. We've got a German Queen and a Scottish Prime Minister. It's hardly surprising, is it, that the country's turning sinister? These are educated leaders with expenses, having fun. We're a million miles away from a united kingdom. They get their mortgages paid for, and holidays, and cars. Normal people are from Venus, politicians are from Mars. They're just greedy fat cats, they just look after their own, whilst the real people stay out in the wilderness alone. And education systems that favour upper classes. Politicians are all posh cunts, not representing the masses. And taxes get higher, while standards just get lower. And drug laws get fast-tracked, immigration laws get slower. While rapists and paedophiles get our money for protection, I can barely make ends meet. I've had to sell my DVD collection. And whilst the rich just get richer, the poor just get more skin. People having to buy second-hand cars, but the PM Rolls is mint. Now I believe in helping the unfortunate who've experienced the worst, but for fuck's sake, seriously, let's get our country sorted first. Now anyone that knows me knows I ain't that political, but the state my country's in means that I have to now be critical. No national identity and not much to be proud about. Is this country still worth fighting for? I'm afraid I've got my doubts. I'm so very proud to be English, but love my country, that depends. I can't even fly a nation's flag in case I might offend. See, when I go to Spain, I want to see the Spanish flag. And the same when I go to France to buy cheap booze and cheap fags. And when I go to India, I want to embrace their culture, not expect them to adapt for me, cause I'm not a fucking vulture. In a government so obsessed with racial harmony and freedoms, it's turning society against each other, they're just twiddling their thumbs. If they just sorted out the scumbags and the 20 kid bitches, and stop protecting sex offenders, we're all sharing the riches. Whilst our soldiers get paid fuck all to fight for you and me, you've got to ask yourself if this really is a free country. I welcome all nations, all races and all ethnic backgrounds, if they're here to work and pay, and they're not here to scrounge. Just like the fat tracksuited shabs that squeeze out kids for a flat. If the council keeps giving them, then they're bound to do that. All we need to do is look around and stop blaming each other, suckers. It's the people that in charge, they're the guilty motherfuckers. See, I was reading a paper on the bus the other day about Ian Huntley. I couldn't believe what I read, so I'm going to put it bluntly. How the fuck does that pedo cunt have any human rights? He stopped being a human and became a monster for what he did that night. And the lazy English white man that moans about Eastern Europeans taking jobs, they're the jobs you refuse to do, you lazy doll claiming knobs. And all the people that rave on about St. George, they don't know the story. He was a fucking Turk, mate. Ooh, now you want to floor me? See that? I wonder if he had to have a visa or there's a dragon slayer exempt. I'm afraid I don't know. Yeah. Right, so basically, what I guess I'm trying to get at is that all MPs are liars. They're feeding us with bullshit and the substandards that they supply us. But if you don't vote, mate, then really you've got no right to whine. See, you might be able to make a difference if you can just spare the time. See, as things stand, as a young, straight, white, English male, I'm at the bottom of the food chain. That's a very sad tale. But if the thousands keep declining the right to make a difference, then your opinion is questionable and yet lacks in significance.